Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us right here on Lara Trump. That's me, wanted for questioning. They're coming from you. I'm ready for those questions today. I have a feeling we're going to have some good ones. Before we start, I want to tell you about one of our sponsors, AMAC. This President's Day, honor the legacy that shaped America with AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens. At AMAC, they celebrate the courage and leadership that built our nation. In honor of President's Day, you can enjoy their exclusive sale, a 5-year AMAC membership for just $35. That's right, $35 for a 5-year membership. As a member, you can enjoy benefits tailored to you, exclusive discounts, trusted news, sweepstakes, and much more. Join us in honoring our nation's leaders. Visit amac.us/Lara for this special President's Day offer during the month of February. Seize the opportunity to be part of a community valuing experience, wisdom, and principles that make America strong. Head to AMAC, that's amac.us/LARA, and secure your 5-year membership for $35 today. Better for you, better for America. Happy President's Day from AMAC. Now, let's get to those questions. Here we go. Question number 1. Can you run for New York City mayor, please? You know, I thought when Bill de Blasio left, it couldn't get any worse. I was like, Bill de Blasio has got to be the worst mayor in the history of America. I mean, hands down, I'm really trying to think. I know every now and again, they'll elect a 5-year-old or a dog mayor somewhere, just, for the heck of it, just for a giggle. Those folks and animals are better than Bill de Blasio. And yet I stand corrected because in comes Eric Adams. And I'll tell you what, I probably shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. I should have known better. I should have known that you know what, you can't get too excited about things until they happen, until you see them through. And then Eric Adams came in, presented himself as the law enforcement officer that he once was, and a person who was going to get serious on crime, get New York City back on track, get it back on its feet, and he let us all down. Of course he did. Of course you have criminals running rampant in New York City. You have the situation with illegal immigrants that is going to cost the city of New York over 3 years, $12 billion. Anyone who lives in New York City or has ever lived in New York City and paid New York City taxes, you know how high those taxes are. They are exorbitant. They're insane as it is. You've got the taxes coming into the city, the bridge and tunnel fares coming into the city. They're already trying to get as much money as possible because this city is just already in so much debt. They can't even keep their heads above water. $12 billion over 3 years. It's insane. What's going on in New York City is really insane. And I don't know that I'm the right person for the job because, quite frankly, I'm kind of enjoying life down here in Florida. I'm kind of enjoying the freedoms down here, the weather down here. I'll tell you what, we're having a little cold snap right now. That's why I've got my turtleneck and my jacket on today. I think the high was 71 today. A little chilly down here, I'll be honest, but I'm loving it. I know where my kids are going to school. They're not teaching them to be, turn them into animals or another gender or something like that. So it's feeling pretty good for me down here. That said, we better get someone to step up to the plate and run for New York City mayor if there's any hope of saving that city. And I'll tell you what, it's a great city. Some of the most fun and greatest years of my life were in New York City, but it's the New York City of a different era. We need another Rudy Giuliani to step up to the plate, clean up New York City, get rid of the excessive spending and the nonsense there, put the criminals behind bars, and give the city back to the people, because when it's good, man, it is good. Right now, it's miserable. So I'm not sure I'm your mayor just yet, but somebody, certainly, please, someone with a little common sense, step up to the plate and please run for New York City mayor, because God knows they need it. Okay, next question. Can the granddaughter beat the grandfather in golf? I'm assuming we're talking grandfather. I assume we're talking about my father-in-law, Donald Trump. Granddaughter, I'm assuming we're talking about my niece, Kai. She's a great golfer, by the way. Kai Trump, if you don't know about her, this is Don's daughter. I think she's 17 now, which means I'm way too old. I don't even want to talk about it. I met her when she was not even a year old, so terrifying. And she's a very good golfer. She goes out and just enters. She doesn't ask for anything special. She's just going out playing her rounds of golf, and she goes and enters these different tournaments, and she does very well, actually. And I know she and my father-in-law do play together from time to time. I'm gonna have to report back because I haven't seen it with my own eyes, and I'm gonna need to see that and witness it. And I'll tell you that my husband goes out and plays with my father-in-law every now and again. They played together on Sunday, this past Sunday, and they got rained out. They only got 9 holes in, but Eric said he played very good golf. So I don't know if that means he was beating his dad or not. And no matter, I know there are all these rumors out there about Donald Trump playing golf. You know, if you're a good golfer, you gotta level up, or if you're a decent golfer, you level up when you play with better golfers. I kind of got the sense from Eric that he had to level up when he was playing with his dad. So Donald Trump's a good golfer. Don't sleep on that. Don't kid yourself. He's not going to have a lot of time for golfing coming up. Hasn't had a whole lot of time recently for a whole lot of golf. And then come, of course, January 20th, 2025, not a lot of time for golf because we're going to have a country to save. And I think it's going to be Donald Trump who will be doing the saving of this country. So he's got to get a little bit in now. But I assume you're talking about that. I'll report back on who's the better golfer between those two because I got to see it. Okay. Next question. Favorite book from when you were a little kid, and do you read it to your children now? What is their favorite? Well, oh gosh, my favorite. I mean, I think The Giving Tree is the Giving Tree seems to be one that we always go back to at my house, and my kids always love to read. And honestly, it's funny because I feel like especially my son gets a little emotional with The Giving Tree. He's 6, but that the moral and like the entire story there is very deep. And if it hits you, man, it hits you. I know that was one that I read when I was growing up. I may have a little book with Brave Books. If you haven't heard of Brave Books, then you should look them up. Non-woke books. These books kind of go in a series, and the characters all carry throughout these books. And I'll give you a little hint about mine. It's called The Never Give Up Pup. If you know me, you know how much I love dogs. And you know that whenever there's something in front of me, I really don't care what it is. I'm going to try and do it. You can't give up. Talk to Donald Trump about not giving up. My God, he's running a 3rd time for president of the United States with indictments, craziness against him. He doesn't give up either. So we'll talk about that more when it's available, but that'll be very soon, actually. And yeah, we read a lot. My kids, nothing is greater for them and greater for me than, and we did it last night, actually, when I lay in bed and I had Carolina here and Luke here, I'm holding the book and we're reading, and everyone's snuggled up. And it's funny because there's so much today. There's so many devices. There's so many ways to be distracted today with phones and all this stuff. And it's great because whenever we have these moments, it's like people have been doing this for hundreds of years, and it doesn't matter what century or era we're in right now. You get lost in these books with your kids, and it's such a special thing. And to see them enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying reading to them, it's great. It's so cool. And don't even try to skip a page with Luke Trump around. He's like, did you miss it? Are those pages stuck together? I'm like, no, we're fine. He thinks I'm trying to cheat him out of a page in the book. Don't even try it with that one. So yeah, we read whenever we have time. Some nights we're very rushed depending on our after school activities to get bath in bed because we got to wake up early for school the next day. But when we have time, I love doing it. And it's so funny because we did it last night. So, okay. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't move. We will be right back. All right, I hate to interrupt the show, but if you are anything like me, you know that I take my health very seriously. In fact, with each year that passes, the goal of staying in my healthiest and best shape takes on more and more importance. Feeling good is something that I don't take for granted. It has become an essential goal for me every single day. And that's why I always try to remember to take Balance of Nature supplements. Balance of Nature receives over 1,000 success stories every single month. They have hundreds of thousands of customers who have purchased billions of capsules of their fruits and veggies over the past 20 years. Their products are gluten-free and non-GMO, and they contain no added sugars or synthetics. I think if you're looking for something to make you feel better naturally, you should definitely give Balance of Nature a try. In fact, you can order today. Check it all out on their website. And whether you order online or call them directly, you can use the promo code LARA, that's Lara, to get a special offer of 35% off. Call them at 800-246-8751 and use discount code LARA, or order online at balanceofnature.com and use discount code LARA to get 35% off. If getting more serious about your health is something you've been wanting to commit to, I highly recommend you check out Balance of Nature. Okay, let's get back to these questions. Best piece of advice for success. Oh gosh, there are so many pieces of advice out there. Gosh, my father-in-law wrote a book called Art of the Deal. You get some pretty good advice there. Art of the Comeback, get some great advice there. You know, for me, it really has been about being able to recognize when an opportunity presents itself, because I really do believe that God shows us the path that he wants us on. We do have to see it. We have to be available to see it and to really feel what the right move is. And then we have to make that decision, sometimes a very scary decision, to walk through that door or to take that opportunity. And for me, some of the greatest things that I've ever done honestly terrified me just before I committed to doing them. And I was like, you know, here's the way I think about things. You only get one chance at life. And I never want to look back and say, I should have done whatever that is. You name it. Compete in a triathlon, record a cover of a song, start a podcast, whatever it is. I never want to look back and say, I should have done that. I wonder what would have happened if I had tried that. And so I feel like I've been very blessed with a lot of incredible opportunities. And you do have to be able to recognize those opportunities and seize those opportunities. And then you got to be ready to work your ass off, because honestly, nothing comes from sitting around and just waiting for things to happen. When you get that opportunity, you better go in head first, and you better put your head down and work hard and do everything you possibly can to make it happen for yourself. And you know what? The thing I'll say is, if it doesn't work out, you probably learned a great lesson. I bet you learned a whole lot doing that. Sometimes the failures I've had in life have been the greatest teaching moments for me, and I've learned the most from those. And so really, you have to look back at things that didn't ultimately work out as a positive, because then another door opens and you go down another path, and that's part of what is so great about life. So yeah, look for opportunities and then work like you've never worked before. My piece of advice. Okay. Final question. Do you like cheese and pickle sandwiches? Is that a thing? A cheese and pickle sandwich? I like both of those items. Love cheese. Don't tempt me with some cheese, because I'm gonna have some. And I like stinky cheese. There's no kind of cheese I don't like. Blue cheese, you name it. Goat cheese. I know it's not for everybody. I'm into cheese. Pickles, absolutely. I don't know what that is. I know there's something where they actually take pickles and they put them as the outside instead of the bread. I don't know if that's what we're discussing. So I don't know that I've necessarily had this item per se. My kids are big fans of grilled cheese, and I'll tell you, I get pretty excited when I and I can make a mean grilled cheese. Oh my gosh. If I could toot my own horn for just a second, I can make just about the best grilled cheese you'll ever have. And I'm not even joking. Everybody else can try to make these grilled cheeses for my kids, my husband, my mom, a babysitter. Don't even try it. The grilled cheeses stop with me. They're so good. And when my kids are eating them, if they maybe leave even a little bit of crust on there left over, don't kid yourself, because I'm getting involved. It is good stuff. I don't know about a cheese and pickle sandwich. I don't really know what that's about, but maybe somebody can fill me in. It sounds good. Maybe I'll try it. I'll try them together. Report back. All right, that's going to do it for us for this episode, our 51st episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Send us questions under this episode, post on our social media, and we will answer whatever you send us. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow, and we'll see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.
At The Right View, we're very proud of the fact that we are independent. We get to say everything that we think and everything that we feel. We have no woke companies guiding us or telling us what we can and cannot say. We are always going to shoot you straight and give you the facts as we know them. And that's why it's important to support independent outlets like The Right View. My name is Lara Trump, and I think Mike Lindell is a patriot. He is someone who loves this country, is willing to fight for this country. I love MyPillow because not only are MyPillows made in the USA by American workers, but they're great products, and they're so great that not only do I use them in my own bed at night, my children actually requested. My daughter the other day went to the closet and pulled out a MyPillow and said, "This is the pillow that I want to sleep with." And I gotta tell you, she loves it and will have nothing to do with any other pillow. So it's a big hit around our house. My dogs also happen to sleep on MyPillow dog beds. So all around the Trump household, we're big fans. If you go to mypillow.com today and use promo code Trump, again, promo code Trump, you will not only save money, but you will help us continue this show and other shows like it and help us continue the fight for the future of America.